OG Anunoby just got a procedure done on his elbow, and we have to talk about this because he will now be missing 3 weeks of action. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to waste no time jumping right into it because OG Anunoby will be missing 3 weeks after, as Woj tweeted out, he had a surgery to remove a loose bone fragment in his right elbow and will miss a minimum of 3 weeks. Procedure is considered minor, and he is expected to resume basketball activities in 3 weeks. Note that that does not say reevaluated. It says resume basketball activities. There is a difference. That means he will be playing in 3 weeks from now. As Woj also said, he had tried resting, but this procedure turned out to be the best route to get him fully healthy and playing again for the stretch run and the postseason, according to sources. So look, obviously, that's the most important thing. The Knicks need to have OG Anunoby for the playoffs and for the home stretch when deciding the seeding, as the seeding will be important this year. The Knicks are very close to the second seed. It's between them, the Bucks, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Them and the Bucks, but mainly the Knicks, both added reinforcements, which also is another reason why this could be okay, as the trade deadline did see the New York Knicks make a major trade where they brought in both Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic and traded away Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, Malachi Flynn, and 2 second-round picks. Obviously, a massive trade that was done. And this does help the Knicks because now Alec Burks can play some of OG's minutes. Now Bojan Bogdanovic can play some of OG and Julius's minutes. The Knicks have fixed their roster for both the right now with their two starting forwards, that is, being injured. And also, they now just get to kind of experience Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks Part 2 in the whole system. Both guys will probably get a chance to start, specifically Bojan, who will probably be starting at power forward until Julius comes back, because I just assume they'll go with the shooting that he has over Josh Hart's Josh Hartness. And I think that's good for the Knicks. I mean, that adds, once Julius is still out and OG is back in 3 weeks, which, I mean, let's just be honest, side note here, it's just after the All-Star break. He's going to miss like 6 to 7 to 8 games. He's already missed like 6 straight games, so it's fine. He'll be back, and he'll be fine. This is a minor procedure, not even like a surgery, just more like a little operation, little procedure. But with Bojan, we're going to have a lineup that once OG's back, it's going to be 4 guys who are shooting almost above 40% from deep. So obviously this is massive for the Knicks. They're going to have a lot of shooting. Then they're going to come back, or then Randall's going to come back. Bojan's going to move to the bench, become the best bench scorer in the NBA. And the Knicks are going to be set to make a playoff run because OG's going to be fully healthy, and hopefully Randall will be too. And adding these guys in the trade and also having OG now, the Knicks don't need to rush Julius Randle to get back from his shoulder injury, which is also huge news. Randall and OG will be reevaluated, or Randall will be evaluated around the same time that OG comes back. So once OG comes back, we can expect Randall to follow soon after, and then the Knicks will be at full strength for the second part of the season post All-Star break, finish up what they got to do, get into the playoffs, and be a fully healthy team, hopefully including Mitchell Robinson by playoff action. That is the hope. And I think that is a realistic goal. Now, something Knicks memes mentioned is that since OG did have the operation today and will miss 3 weeks, it sucks, but honestly, it's probably best for the big picture. Get the issue fixed and get him back for the stretch in the playoffs. I completely agree. It's why I added that Knicks memes tweet in. Also, Tommy's the man, and I bought a PS5 from him. So, giving him a little plug right there. But look. If we look here, the New York Knicks are tied for the 5th best odds to win the NBA Finals. They are tied with the Phoenix Suns, with only the Milwaukee Bucks, Los Angeles Clippers, Denver Nuggets, and Boston Celtics ahead of them. And so we are learning that not only are the Knicks good, they're really good. They're contending for the championship this year. Kendrick Perkins said it today. He said the Knicks are as deep as the Pacific Ocean. There is no team in the NBA as deep as them, and they are legit finals contenders this year behind Jalen Brunson, who is a superstar. I agree with Perk. The Knicks are their back-end contenders for the finals, but they are in that final upper echelon of the legit title contenders. Are they title favorites? No. I would say the title favorites, it's the Celtics and the Denver Nuggets, and that's probably it on, like, contenders. If you look again here, like, yeah, the Clippers don't trail far behind, but you got to be a little skeptical of them because they've been on this massive hot streak, but how slow they started the year, we can never be totally certain with them. Also, they're older. There's been a lot of injuries, but the Clippers are probably third. I would say that there, and then I don't really trust the Bucks that much. They're a little shady. So it's really, the Knicks are right there. They are right there to win the NBA Finals, and they're going to need to be at full strength to do so. So, wow, it's weird that I'm talking about the Knicks being part of the NBA Finals. It's been a crazy day. But that's the truth. The Knicks are close to winning the NBA Finals, and they're going to need OG Anunoby to do it. He's the best perimeter defender on the team, arguably the best perimeter defender in the entire Eastern Conference. The man is needed. They need him to guard the best player in every playoff series, no matter who that is. Unless it's a center, then he probably won't guard them. But we saw him also give Alperen Şengün hell. So we know that OG Anunoby can. The man is elite at defense. When you're shooting 37% from three on top of that and able to drive to the hoop well because you're very strong, that is just a helpful addition. It is going to be so important. And also something to talk about is OG does have a player option this year. I think he's going to opt out of it, and the Knicks are going to give him a 5-year contract. But I think the injury does sort of give the Knicks leniency to give him like $3 less million because they're like, hey, man, you're getting a little injury prone on us, and we're not going to give you the most money for that. And it's also come out that OG, like soon after the trade for OG, it came out that he was not really going to demand the $40 million that he wanted from Toronto because, let's face it, one of these teams is the Knicks and the other team is, well, in Toronto. And Canada's great. My boss, Ben Rogers, is Canadian, but, it's not New York. OG's wanted to be here for a while, so I think that he is going to stick around on a cheaper deal than he would take from any other team. And I think the injury proneness is something that will tie into the contracts. Leon Rose gives CAA guys pretty lesser contracts, and they might be getting a little money under the table or something. I don't know. You didn't hear that from me. I'm not sure if that's true. I don't want to start a rumor. That's just some speculation. Do not take it as word. I do not know Leon Rose personally because he won't return my phone calls. But really, with the New York Knicks here, this is the optimal time to get this done. It's going to be the All-Star break. He's not going to miss many games at all, and the New York Knicks are going to be just fine. Now, OG on the season is averaging 15 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's shooting 38% from the field, which is around his career average, or 38% from 3, and 50% from the field, both around slightly higher than his career averages. He's getting better. He's reigning NBA All-Defensive Team. He was last year's NBA Steals champ. The man's defense is unbelievable, and he fits so damn perfectly with this New York Knicks team. The Knicks are killing it right now, guys, and because of that, having OG back, having Randall, having Bogdanovich and Burks and Josh Hart and potentially Mitchell Robinson coming back off the bench, it's a true contender, but all the pieces need to be there for the Knicks to be this contender. Look, Brunson is damn near a superstar. If not a superstar, I would say he is a superstar. But let's also be real. He's not the superest of superstars, though he's definitely a top 10 player in the NBA, arguably a little better than that. I think he's pretty close to the MVP or he's in the MVP conversation, pretty close to the top of the MVP conversation, and because of that, they can win the finals because they also got the deepest team in the NBA. It's kind of an 0-4 Pistons vibe with a little more star power from Jalen Brunson than what Chauncey had. But same thing, small point guard, or not small point guard, but point guard who's like 6'3"-ish, a little shorter than that. They can lead you to a championship when you got a stacked up team with a nice bench like this. And the New York Knicks have both those things, and they're going to be just fine. Guys, don't miss any updates from us on stuff like this. We're trying to beat people to the punch. We were a little late on the trade video today, but that's okay. We're on the grind, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Means the world to us. Get them views up, get us in the algorithm, all that good stuff, and have a great day. And go New York Knicks. We're contenders, baby!